Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Great. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to Jesse and Dark Matter Coffee. My name is Chris Enriquez. I'm the marketing director from New Noise Magazine. I'm also a drummer. I play in the band Spotlights and Orange Shine Millimeter. I've been known to play in a couple of Ramones tribute bands as well. So this is very, 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 very exciting. I am here joined by Uli Salazar from Ludwig Drums. Came in here from Chicago. Feel free to give him a round of applause. He came all the way out. As the founder and owner of this very place, Dark Matter Coffee, Adios Amigos. As I'm sure you can tell, I have the legendary Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee and drummer of the Ramones hanging out with us on the Bowery, guys. Marky Ramone. New York City, wow, what a wild place. So we're here to talk about a few things, and I'm going to start with you, Marky. Yeah. Why coffee? What inspired this collaboration between you and Dark Matter?
Because it's addicting. Well, you get all these offers to do things with alcohol and energy drinks and all this stuff, but all that's been done already, you know. But I always like coffee because it gets you going, you know, and I like the taste of it. I don't put milk or sugar when I drink it black. And when I was approached to do this, I said, it's a good idea, you know. This is the result, this stuff here. I will drink more of it because I have so many cans of it. And I probably won't be able to sleep, but no, it really tastes good. I'm very proud of it. And part of it goes to a charity, to schools, to give them instruments. Through Ludwig, too. That's a good thing because a lot of the music's been cut from schools. So if you could help them, why not? You know. So that's another good thing to be involved with also.
What does the name Bowery Beat mean to you? I don't know if you want to kind of elaborate on how that name came about.
There's a certain kind of beat to New York City. It's a fast-paced society, and you go on the train, it's fast. You walk down the street, everyone's walking fast. So that, to me, that's what the beat was all about, especially in the Ramones. You know, with Tommy, because he was the guy who was in the band before me. And then he gave me his drum set and decided to produce, and I continued. But it was really that kind of feel and that drive on the Bowery, off the block. And that's where it all started with CBGBs. So, that's how that came about, the definition of the Bowery Beat.
The last question for you is, what do you hope people feel when they drink their coffee and pick it up here at the store?
That they want more. One's not enough. Two is too many. No, seriously, they enjoy the taste. They get the nice tins. It's other things. A lot of my artwork is on the tins too. That's all I can say is enjoy it, and it's coffee, and I'll tell you, you always want more, which is nice.
Jesse, these questions are for you now. What made you want to collaborate with Marky Ramone?
Well, ever since I was a young kid, when I first got into music, child of a union family, so kind of toured around the Midwest a lot, got into the Beatles, like a lot of kids, entry level. And the first thing I did after the Beatles was get into punk rock. Obviously the Ramones. Just so much awesome music and culture came out of the work they did. So as a young Midwestern kid, opening a store in New York and reaching out to Marky and just getting a chance to have a conversation against the world. So yeah, I mean, it felt natural to be on the Bowery and try to work hard.
You were part of the blank generation.
Hell yeah. That's the fucking coolest thing anyone's ever said.
Let's talk coffee a little bit and get a little technical. Like, how did the roast exactly take shape?
Yeah, we were sitting around talking about what we wanted to do, and one of the coolest things Marky said is he liked a lighter roast and a medium roast. And when we work with musicians a lot, they always go after a dark roast. It was a cultural thing, so it gets really exciting when Marky's like, "Hey, let's do something light." So we came in, we tasted a bunch of coffees that we source from Central and South America as kind of our thing at Dark Matter. We really focus regionally on what we do. So we got to taste through a bunch of our partners' work, and Marky liked two of the coffees. They happen to be two of our closest partners. So we kind of built the whole project based around them. It's coffee from Guatemala and Central Guatemala, and then coffee outside of Medellin, Colombia. It's pretty awesome getting to sit around actually right here, and taste through a bunch of coffees and have a musician that gives a damn about the flavor of the coffee, not just the collaboration.
You talked a little bit about the Bowery, and for me, the Bowery, means so much as a New Yorker and as a drummer. I lived around the corner when CBs was still here. Why don't you elaborate a little bit about why you chose the Bowery and what that means to you?
Oh man, it's kind of a heavy story. I'll kind of tell a quick version, but I was saying is a lot of the projects we do are named after influential albums or musicians that we stand up for. We have out of the 8 shops in Chicago. When coming here, we hadn't had a store or concept yet. We'd actually rented right across the street on the corner of Bleecker and Bowery, and kind of got royally screwed out of that. Almost gave up on the Bowery, but we put a couple of years of research and passion into looking for a space. My brother ended up completing suicide, and he was the store manager next door at the Bowery Meat Company. So when this building came available and we were able to kind of take another crack at it, he had a Heiju tattooed on his arm. So I overthink everything. One day I'll tell you about every Easter egg in the space. So then I was like, I need to find a Ramones record. Adios Amigos felt emotionally correct for us. Me as a diehard Chicagoan and just absolutely in awe of the city of New York, it felt really appropriate that and the Blank Generation was instrumental to this entire neighborhood. And then Adios Amigos was kind of a turning point for the Bowery as well as what was happening. So it was, over-concepted, just super emotional in person.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Obviously, this is a really positive thing that you guys are doing together. What do you hope this collaboration inspires?
The company is 18 years old. We used to work a lot with mental health organizations in Chicago. As we got the store open here, and Marky was like, "Hey, there's a lot of financial cuts to the government, and let's do something for the community, not just put out a coffee. Let's not have it like our normal collaboration. Let's keep it on the shelves and keep it going, and continue the revenue to put back in the community." That was super exciting for us. So when the idea about creating music is what makes me happy, music's what made me, excited about things. So the idea, it just all kind of clicked. I can kind of use it as a fun segue. I hope this inspires, people to just put a little damn work into society. And this will, I'll kind of briefly segue with Uli. Uli has been supporting arts and music with Ludwig and the Chicago music community for so long that it was just, when I was talking to him about what Marky and us were talking about, and I asked him if, what he thought about it, and he was super excited and wanted to progress the conversation. Just kind of shows what just asking people about good shit can do.
Yeah, and that's a great segue. Uli Salazar is from Ludwig Drums, and for those of you who are not familiar, Ludwig Drums are legendary. Do you want to just sort of echo any of the sentiments that some of these guys we're talking about in terms of the foundation, the partnership, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in the spirit of beats, Ludwig is primarily producing the instruments that help create beats. And I think the really great thing about the initiative that they're working on here is the element of community, right? You have coffee shops. This is a place where community begins and congregates and starts talking about things, get together. The same thing with music. We end up in the garage with our buddies. We start creating community. We end up in venues, which is in larger community. So I think what they're doing is continuing to invest in keeping kids inspired to pick up a pair of sticks, hang out with the buddies, create community. And as an instrument manufacturer, you can't just stop at making the instrument itself. You have to invest in the community, the people that support it. You don't become a brand that's over a century old by not doing that. So it's been the ethos of our founders, the original Ludwigs, and we keep that spirit alive. With what you're doing today, and I'm glad that we get to do it with Pragmatics and Marky Ramone. Fucking legendary.
Absolutely. Well, you guys answered a lot of my further questions here, so I'll just sort of wrap it up with, for anyone that wants to learn more about the Bowery Beat Foundation and find out how they can contribute, this is just an open-ended question to any of the three of you. If anybody wants to take that, if somebody just wants to learn more and contribute towards it.
I mean, the pipe dream, it starts in the Bowery Beat Foundation, but Bowery, was so inspiring to just more than work. I mean, like a young Midwestern, punk kid that absolutely, I'm just in awe to be here. So my dream was like Ludwig Company here. Chicago Public Schools can use some help too. So hopefully, it spreads positively, and people jump on, and this could be something that could be done in a lot of communities, and we can get this to more kids.
Well, you guys definitely pick up Marky Ramone's coffee here at Dark Matter. Some of you have it already. There's some information on there. And I also just want to add, I work with children and teach music as well. And it's so important to make sure that kids have resources, especially in New York City, where a lot of people move here because of music. And on the Bowery, it's all just so perfect. And I'm in awe to be here with you, Marky. So thank you. And please, any last words?
Yeah. Be careful. Don't overdose on
Again, I am from New Noise Magazine. There's some magazines out there. And thank you for joining us here on Friday night here with Uli from Ludwig and Jesse from Dark Matter and this legend over here, Marky Ramone, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you. Hang out. Get some coffee.